Hello, from Scott. I will now continue with part 3 for your entertainment. When the name is asked for, when ID is requested by cops, courts, banks, taxation departments or any other legal companies, corporations, institutions, etc., it will be assumed and presumed to be the registered legal name, and on that assumption, all those who work for the beast can and will act on the person. Why? Because not only have you just committed fraud, by deception, by believing and using the intellectual property of the Crown Corporation, you've also consented to act as surety for that dead corpse when you complied. Whereas, all assumptions and presumptions must be rebutted and must be squashed by and from your own free will. You consented to contract, and now you must pay up. Those who work for these privately owned for-profit military corporations, which is nothing more than a criminal cult, acting under the pretense of law. Let's take cops for instance, are by legal policy permitted to lie, use force, threats of violence, and to do bodily harm, in order to keep legal order, and to make you obey, and to impose the will of the beast system upon you. They made everything illegal, until payment was made, giving themselves permission to break the laws of man, once this license was given. And you were deceived into thinking you needed a license to catch fish, a license to cut hair, a license to travel, when you really didn't need such a thing. Whereas, fear and deception is among their tools, and is the most effective way to get the unaware sheep to comply. But those of us that know the truth, that has been unraveling, see the lies that uncover the truth, and we will never bow down to these criminals, with their lies and deceptions, and their idle threats of coercion. We stand tall, knowing that the living never have to pay to live. Therefore, a corporation cannot contract with man or woman or with the living being. Hence, their creation of the fictional person, the corporate entity being the legal name. Titles are the imagination of the mind, and what these characters or actors can hide behind when confronted by an allegation from the living. So once their title has been removed, they become your equal, then they can be held accountable. And this is the basis of the fiction world of legal. It is true. Fictions have been created from a lie, and they don't actually exist. Everything is an imitation of the real living thing, and we the people have been spellbound into believing fictions are real. No queens, kings, presidents or popes has ever been born as a living being, and are all figments of the imagination, and having invented titles of nobility and status, and holding positions of power, even though they are only mere men and women, all held together by their illusions of fake laws and titles that they invented, putting the people under another spell of hierarchy and fictional authority. This presentation was designed to show you there is only one great law, and that is the laws of equivalent exchange. and the law that legal is seriously in breach of, is, do no harm. From Scott. I hope things are a little clearer for you now. And I thank you for watching. From Pete and myself. To complete this trio, I will ask, you can now move on to the conclusion and more suggestions from Pete. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.